We are at the JDD conference in Krakow, and my guest is Andrzej Grzesik from eBay, and he's also organizer of GeeCON. Hello, Andrzej.
Hello.
Andrzej, could you please briefly introduce yourself? What do you do daily?
That's complicated. As you said, I organize GeeCON, which is great conference that every year happens in Krakow in May, and now we're starting an edition in Prague, because why not? On top of that, I have a normal daily job, which is I write software for eBay in London, which is in Richmond, and we have a lot of fun in there. And on top of that, I try to help with leading the Polish Java user group, though remotely, because as I said, London. And I also code in the evenings, cycle a lot, try to have a life, try to meet friends. Yeah, it's a pity that day only has 24 hours.
Well, so you act pretty much, a lot in the Java developers group and stuff. Why do you do that?
Because it's fun. That's the biggest reason. And then, well, you get to learn a lot. You get to meet a lot of new people. For everybody, well, there comes a time when they are either looking for a new job or for new people to join their current place, and that's a very good meeting place. Then you also can have a lot of interesting discussions, find new things that are currently interesting, because, well, there is way too many things happening at the same time for a single person to actually keep track of.
Apart from being organizer of GeeCON, you're also member of JDD Advisory Board. So could you please give me some main differences between those two events?
The biggest difference for me is quite trivial. GeeCON happens in the first part of the year, JDD happens in the second, so it makes for for a nice change of focus. In terms of attendance, I don't see that much of a difference because, well, both conferences are aimed at Java and related stuff developers. Both, well, have good speakers, a good venue, very well-known brands. JDD has been around for 8 years now, GeeCON, well, for 6, so it's quite similar. Both events try to have lectures in English. Biggest difference, I guess it might be the size right now. Apart from that, it's, well, both are quality events. I enjoy coming to both. I'm very happy to help with JDD.
Well, we're happy to have you here as well. Oh. And in next year, we are organizing Atmosphere Conference, which is aimed at web performance and scalability. Why JDD participants should go there?
That's very easy because, well, the software doesn't run in a vacuum. There is, well, for a typical Java developer, there comes a moment of a shocking realization that there is life beyond the Tomcat or the container or whatever else their software runs in. Those are basically the topics that Atmosphere talks and speakers cover, and it's an eye-opening experience.
Okay, so as the last question, I'd like to ask you, why should a young student start learning Java?
And I would give you a trick answer to that. They shouldn't. Java is a de facto lingua franca of current computers, and it's extremely easy, and it's yes, it will give them a job, but it's not what's interesting.
So
when you're a student, you should expand your horizons, try different things, experiment a lot. Of course, yes, Java will give you a safe corporate position if that's what you want, but you need to stay hungry, you need to keep learning, because otherwise you'll stagnate. And in a few years, market will shift. Market is, well, 5 years ago, there was, well, Java was the one and only language on the JVM. Now we have Java and Groovy and Scala, and you can find jobs in all of those languages. There is also, well, a dozen of other languages which I don't even want to enumerate.
So it's actually high time to start learning them.
Yes, and both on the JVM and apart from the JVM. If there are things like Docker, there are things like, well, Chef and Puppet. DevOps is a very trendy buzzword. Understanding computers as they work, understanding systems as a whole is valuable and will keep being valuable. Of course, safe corporate jobs, Java, yes, that will also remain, because that will not just go away.
Okay, but if you want to make something bigger, then shift.
Yes, well, not shift, but keep being hungry. Look around, dig deeper, see what's...
And where should they dig?
Just wherever their eyes take them. That's whatever they find interesting. Well, do it, because passion is important. Don't kill yourself with boring things.
Okay, so my last question: what's the most interesting topic in this year's JDD for you?
That's a trick question.
Probably.
I would definitely recommend, well, Go, the most the one language that you should learn in 2014 as my topic, but Then the best lecture I've seen so far was Mateusz Kwaśniewski's, well, a brief summary of his development insights. And I found it, well, yeah, awesome. Finally, somebody really said it in a talk, and I can send links and give that talk to my friends who are starting.
Okay, thank you for the short conversation.
Thank you.
Andrzej Grzesik was my guest.